Howdy everybody, it's Amy from Amy Sparkly Diamond Painting. How are you doing this evening? Hope you're having a good weekend. I appreciate everybody that's been tuning into my channel and liking and subscribing and commenting and all that good stuff. I've kind of gotten to know several of you through my first 6 months or so, however long it's been. I think actually a little bit longer, maybe 7 or 8 months since I started my channel. And for my 2,000 subscriber giveaway, I've heard from 3 of the winners and have their prizes taken care of or on the way, but I'm still waiting on a 4th one. So if you're still out there and you entered the contest and didn't watch my video the other day, which announced the winners, you might want to go check it out. So we'll see if we can get the 4th winner to show. So congratulations to the winners. And if you didn't win, well, I ended up doing 2 gift cards. So I actually have maybe a diamond painting or 2 left over. So we'll do another giveaway in the future. So what's this? Well, here's my other hand here. It's probably hard to tell for scale. This is a really big box and it's obviously cross stitch. So I have Stitching with Laura to blame for this. So I've been watching Stitching with Laura's videos. She's another one that likes to do the stamp cross stitch. And one of the videos popped up in my feed from a very large kit that she ordered that she had been waiting on and had arrived. And I watched that video and I thought, wow, that's a big kit, because she got it on Aliexpress. And I've bought diamond paintings in the past from Aliexpress, but never really thought to look there for cross-stitch kits, because I didn't think they were any different than the ones that I've seen in the usual stores that I shop from. GBFKE, Fan Sales, 7 Great, VIP Stitch, several of the others. So they all have kind of the same when you're talking about Spring and Joy Sunday, which is a standard brand, and it is one of the more premium brands. And most of the sites have the same stuff. They just might have slightly different shipping times, maybe slightly different prices, slightly different discounts, and all that stuff. So I hadn't really looked, but she had this huge one that she bought on AliExpress, so I was curious. So, Stitching with Laura, this one is your fault. I may go ahead and link to her channel below, because I do enjoy watching her, and she does keep up with several videos, it seems, every couple weeks. Well, like 2 or 3 videos a week at least. I haven't really seen the pattern yet or looked up the pattern. But anyway, so I have a big box here because I went looking and I found one of the larger cross-stitch kits that I wanted. And I ordered it from AliExpress, and the cost of this, well, cross-stitch is cheaper than diamond painting in general. And so even though this looks gigantic, this was actually about the same price as one of my overseas premium diamond painting kits. So probably about the same price as a J-Wall, because it came with free shipping. So it was I think it was like $130 before all the sales and stuff, but that was without having to pay shipping. And my last Josephine Wall from the one with the diamond art was $135 before shipping. So if you put it in perspective, this is one premium diamond painting here, but this is probably 10 years worth of work. So it's all relative, but cross stitch is in general a bit cheaper. So even though your eyes may be going, oh no, what did that thing cost and how in the world are you going to do that? Well, one stitch at a time. So what is this? You want to see? I'm trying to flip it over here. Oh. So I had to look this one up. This is, oh boy, I should have written it down because there is no English on this whatsoever. trying to remember because I looked up the pronunciation of this as well. So this is an ancient Chinese city that is west of Shanghai, and I believe it's Sujim, something like that. I'm sorry, I should have written that down. I wish I had my iPad with me. So what we have here is this whole village scene of a Chinese village. It looks like a large wall there to help protect the city. And we have a river with all the boats in it. And we have the town buildings there right up against the river with all the people out and about. And that was one of the things that I thought was so precious about this one, is look at all the people out there. So all these little tiny people. We got the big old arch bridge there. That's pretty cool. And people walking up and down. That actually reminds me of the Riverwalk in San Antonio, where you have those little bridges that you walk up and down. Then we have some more buildings over here. And off in the distance, we've got some fields, maybe some agriculture going on, and even tinier little people there. Looks like a schoolhouse, maybe, with children outside playing. Let's see if I can get rid of the glare. And what I'm talking about, I guess I should point it out, is right there. See those little tiny people? It looks maybe like a schoolhouse, possibly, because they look like very short little people, like children. And then we have some of the hills there in the distance. And I'm not completely sure what this is. So if you know, let me know. It looks like another waterway there with some houses on sticks and a couple of houseboats. Right there is what I'm looking at. There's a houseboat there. But just a really complex little ancient village scene. So we're not talking cars or anything. This is, I wish I knew what year this was and what the name of the painting was. So if you know, let me know. I will do some further research on it. But this has to be a painting because it does have the seal on there. And then I'm not sure what that says. I have to run it through a translator. But at one point I did try Chinese brush painting, and I wasn't very good at it. And so I got impatient. Rather than practicing for hours and hours, I kind of gave up. But I did have my own wax seal, actually, not wax, my own chop seal actually made. There was a website that I found. This is probably 15 plus years ago that I was doing that, and I found a website where you could get your own custom seal made out of the soapstone, and mine had a little bird on the top of it, and it had been carved with weather symbols and stuff. I couldn't read it because it is kind of that ancient pictograph type letters there, or symbols, so I wasn't ever sure exactly what it said, but I did have my own for a while, and I probably still have it somewhere. I still have a lot of the painting supplies, but you're not here to hear about Chinese brush painting. So let's see what's in the box. So I think we know what's in the box here, but if you've never seen a giant cross stitch, here you go. So it comes in this big old box, and this is obviously the first time I've looked at it as well. I kind of waited so I could enjoy this on camera with y'all. I'm trying to figure out where to put the box without hitting the camera. So all the yarn is, or thread is just as it came here. So look at all the extras here. These are all extra skeins, and they are all numbered. So that number there is the canvas symbol number. Lots and lots of tan and brown colors. That may be a background color because there's a ton of it. And some browns and greens. Wow, this is a lot. So the blues and blacks. More grays and browns and greens. And even more greens and browns and more. And then we have, I'll move those off to the side. Then we have the actual cards here. But what I'm wondering, okay, good. Whew. We have a pattern book too. I was worried there. I didn't see the pattern at first. So we have some cards here, and I'm trying to figure out why this one just has color 91 and 92 on there. Interesting. Well, maybe that's just extra. I don't know. So here is the first set. Look at how many threads of each color there are. So this is 1 through 30 here, and these are the needles. Spring brand does not come with a kit, but it does come with needles. Of course, they gave me a whole excuse me, a whole bunch of needles. It looks like 4 needles for me to lose, because I am very good at losing them. That's probably not enough to finish this, but I do have other needles, so not a big deal. So here's the first set of colors. See if I can twist it here to get all the colors to show for you. So that's the first tank. And then we have the second one here, and this is colors 31 through 60. There's purples and greens, and a lot of these are the same that are in these. These are just the overflow, because these cards will only hold so much, but look at how much is stuffed on some of these cards. I may have to relieve some of the pressure on these. I do have a few of the thicker plastic thread holders that I might have to use, or maybe find another solution for holding the thread. So we'll twist that one so you can see all those colors there. And then this was, oh boy, yeah, 61 through 90. Wow. What did I get it myself into? Let me twist those there so you can see the colors. Lots of yellows and greens and reds. Very earth tony here. And that's why this has just 91 and 92. This is, looks like a different brand of card. Maybe that's the only way they can go above 90. Maybe their cards only go to 90. And so this says Domay on it, and it has 91 and 92 on there. So that tells us there are 92 colors. And of course with spring you get the fabric in a plastic bag to keep it dry, and it looks, so far from what I see here, that it is nice and dry. Now instead of having some stapled pattern pieces, we have an entire book here with the design on the front. And if you're curious, 1,386 stitches horizontally, 447 vertically. So 335 by 113 centimeters, 11 count. And there it is, 92 colors, and we have 1 color backstitch. So because this design is so large, it doesn't need all the backstitch that smaller designs do in order to get a lot of the detail. So we have here 2 sets of symbols, which is nice to see. So we have the symbol here on the left is what shows up on the canvas. You can tell by the simple shapes on there. And then the one on the right is the symbol in the book. And I know some of you have mentioned why 2 separate symbols. Well, it's because if they printed these symbols on the canvas, for one thing, it would be really hard to get all those letters on the canvas to come out clear. So they pick much simpler symbols, and they pick high contrast colors so that you can see them all apart on the canvas. So that's why you have these symbols here for the canvas that are much more simplistic and some really strange colors at times to really see them and tell them apart from each other. But you might want to see how the true color of the image looks, and that's why you have the more detailed true color symbols in here, and why you end up with a set of 2 different symbols. Now, I don't find it difficult to read when you have both of them. I do enjoy having both of them, because if there is one on the canvas that I'm not sure about, I can look in the book and double check and compare and cross-reference to make sure that I do have the symbol correct. So yes, 92 colors with only 1 color of backstitch. How nice. So here is the first page of the chart, and it actually, if you look, I mean, that's a lot of solid stitching there. So a lot of this is kind of mindless stitching, and then other pages, I bet we're going to see more detail. Like the little people here. Aren't they cute? So you got little tiny black dots, black stitches for the shoes, and 1 little stitch there of a tan color for the faces, and then a little clothing. It looks like a lot of white pants that they're all wearing there. And then you have some of the detail there in the houses. And I'm looking, I don't see any backstitch here. I'm not going to show you every single page in detail, but you do get a good feel for how easy the pattern is to read here. There's some really pretty pink trees, the crisscross of the agricultural fields there. And you even have the details of the little seals there. You can see what's on their boats even. Lots and lots of detail. Look at all the people. They're busy. Busy filling those boats and taking them down. Taking the goods to market. I'm guessing this is a market. More buildings. Lots and lots of trees. More of the symbols. And then this looks like the bottom row here. Looks like a couple samurais, maybe. Looks like they have swords there, or sticks of some kind. And even some little banners waving. And in the very back, of course, it shows which part of this design is covered by which page. And I'm curious, I didn't really see the back stitching in there, so there's definitely, oh yeah, I remember where I saw it, right there. That may be the only back stitching. There's the high detail on those little stamps, because looking through here, I don't see any other back stitching, so that's great. Although I do like back stitching, but it's just not necessary in this because there's so much detail with the big size. And my camera says that my battery's running low, so let's get to this real quick, because I think I'm really going to have to show this, record it as a separate part in the daylight tomorrow when I can take it to an area where I can spread it all out, because you're just not going to be able to see it. But you might get at least a little bit of feel for what this canvas is going to look like. So, looks like it goes this direction, because what I see up here, oh, this thing is huge. What did I do here? So you can see here the Chinese symbols. And there's the stamps on it, so that is that side. I'm just not going to be able to get this on camera, but I knew that, and I was going to record just a little walkthrough of the canvas tomorrow in the sunlight, because I think I can take this actually outside and spread it out in an area big enough, because my couch isn't even big enough to get this in. But I will show the other end here where you can see some of the boats. And I was hoping to show some of the people, but that might have to wait until tomorrow, because I'm having a plenty difficult time navigating this. So I think with my camera battery running low, I will stop this video here and finish off tomorrow, which you will see in just a second rather than a day away. So stay tuned. All right, everybody, I am back, and I am holding my camera because that is, I think, the only way I can get this entire cross stitch in view. So I did butcher the name of the town, so I looked up a little bit information and took a few notes this time. So the title of the original artwork, it was a scroll painting done on silk, and the original was actually 40.2 by 1.2 feet. So huge. So that's why a cross stitch of this would be huge as well. But this is nowhere near 40 feet, but it gives you kind of a perspective there on what we're dealing with here. So the painting was Prosperous Suzhou, S-U-Z-H-O-U, and it was finished in 1759, and that depicts the city of Suzhou during that time period. So that's about what we're looking at here is 1759. The artist, I can't pronounce this, Zhu Yang, X-U Y-A-N-G, and this is Prosperous Suzhou, as I said. So I'm going to put my notes away and show you the mess of my house there, and try to scroll across some of this cross stitch so you can see what we have here. So here's the bottom corner, and you can see all the detail here in these little boats on the river with all the people on them. And we're going to move across the couch here, and there you can see the size, 1386 by 447 stitches. There you can see more. Am I crazy? There's the key there, but of course we have the book with the pattern, and that should help with that, because there's no way, if I'm working on this in my lap, which is how I intend to work on this, I don't tend to use frames or anything like that. I have tried off and on, and I still do have a couple in frame, but I find that the frame makes them even more difficult for me to work on. So here we have the bridge here. Let's see if I can, there we go, I'm trying to stick my finger so it's in view. There's a bridge. Lots and lots of people. Let me zoom in there so you can see all the little people. So you can make out their feet, legs, heads. Lots and lots of little people. And the water. And then we keep going. See everybody at the market. A lot of the houses, and then in the background here it turns a little more into landscape type. Well, it's all landscape, but this is more beyond the town. So we have the rice paddies, I'm guessing that is, although, oh, down Mocha. Sorry about that. Mocha wants to join in. She's been ignoring it while I set this up, but with me talking and touching it, it was too much for her to control herself. So we do have houses here, but I think one of my favorite parts, and I may have already missed it because it is kind of small. Oh, there it is what looks like the little schoolhouse with the children playing outside. So some of these people are very short, which tells me they're children. And there's a schoolhouse, and it looks like they're playing outside, and there's even a little flag out there. So I thought that was cute. So we have the agricultural area of the town. We have More buildings. There's more of the water. And then the little hills in the background. And technically this is a partial because that white background is not worked. And then we're going to go along here to the very end. And then we have the signature here of the artist. And I'm not sure exactly what these say. I'll have to look that up. Could be the name of the painting, could be the artist, but we have the seal here for the artist. So, did I buy a couch cover or did I buy a cross stitch? This is probably 10 years worth of work, maybe, unless you're really fast, and I'm doing a lot of different things. So I'm hoping to get this finished someday. I'm not sure what I do with it, but I wanted to kind of point out that this is, again, about the same price as a decent sized Josephine Wall diamond painting from the one with the diamond art, or if you include shipping, Diamond Painting Deutschland. So you can get a whole lot of cross stitch for the same price as a diamond painting. Not saying switch to one, I'm just saying there are options there that may allow you to go back and forth between the two and enjoy both crafts. So that's what I have for you on this video. And I don't know when I will start this one because I'm working on a couple other ones that I really want to get done. So I'll keep you posted eventually. But wow, that's an amazing cross stitch. And they do have smaller versions of this one. I did, when I was looking it back up to get the name correct on Aliexpress, I did see one for like $63 that was 200 centimeters, so still decent size, but a little bit smaller if you wanted something a little smaller. But this was done on a silk scroll originally, and like I said, the original claims to be 40 feet, which is hard for me to imagine. So thank you for watching, and I'll be in touch with more videos.